Jeff Mesa rear naked choke win over Justin Kitsuto to get Fight Night Friday underway at the OG Calvo Fieldhouse. Mesa, the more experienced of the two, kept the pressure on his younger opponent using his superior grappling. Kitsuto unable to use his striking as the distance was stuffed and he was forced to tap after giving his back to Mesa. Mesa now 2-1 in the PXC. Frank the Bulldozer Meno handing Pijo Camacho his first loss in the cage. Camacho undefeated in the amateur circuit. Lost via TKO referee stoppage after Frank the Bulldozer was able to land a shot that put him down and finish the fight off with a couple more strikes. Go Minamine coming out firing, letting his hands go against Josh Alvarez. Scheduled 125 bout ended up being a catchweight of 130. Hedgehog unable to regain himself after a few strikes and kind of looked like they hit the back of the head. Minamine looking like a contender in the division with a first round win. J.J. Ambrose weathered an early cut and knockdown against Dylan the Muscle Fussell. Both fighters collided heads in an early exchange, cutting J.J. over the eye. Fussell would later catch Ambrose and drop him minutes into the fight. The veteran Ambrose, undefeated in the PXC, went to his wrestling and later to his boxing, establishing the jab to pull off the unanimous decision win. Stefan Loman and Mark Abelardo displaying world-class striking in their matchup. Loman used great leg kicks to keep Abelardo guessing. Abelardo ate some body shots by Loman that would have dropped any other fighter. Loman catching Mark off guard with a couple of takedowns did just enough for the unanimous decision win. Orlando D took on Ada Maroki in a grudge match that had a lot of hype as word went around that the two fighters almost got into a scuffle a couple times before the weigh-ins. D with the hands, and he mixed in a few takedowns with solid punches and leg kicks. As the fight went on, Maroki looked to bait D into a brawl so he could use his reach in boxing. Maroki, though, too gassed in the final round to land any damaging shots. D by unanimous decision. Riley Dutro versus Darren Wenoyama in the first of two title fights. After Darren was unable to make weight, being 2.9 pounds over the 125-pound weight, even if he was to win the belt, the title would remain vacant. On the other hand, Riley Dutro, confident in his preparation, said he paid his dues and he collected Friday night. Dutro dropped Wenoyama and jumped all over him, making him rain down shots, forcing the referee to call the fight, taking the 125-pound championship belt back to Hawaii cause with the TKO win. And in the main event, Trevin Jones versus Kyle Aguon, PXC 55. Aguon went straight to his wrestling game, pinning Trevin against the cage and forcing him to fight with his back against the wall. Jones hanging in there to prevent the takedowns by Aguon. Kyle was able to take the fight to the ground a few times as the round came to an end. But Trevin, the more aggressive striker, able to land some shots in the clinch and work for a submission attempt. Trevin transitioned from a triangle choke to an armbar but was unsuccessful. As the fight went into the championship rounds, both fighters scrambled for position. Jones, though, got in some significant strikes and proved to be the aggressor throughout the match. Aguon would still grind for takedowns in those points. After 5 minute rounds, it ended up being Jones, the new bantamweight champion of the PXC, by a close split decision.